Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Steven's Sausage Roll, where I did figure out what needs to be done here. I went back and watched the portion of the series where I was solving this puzzle to figure out what I needed to do. And I want to defend the fact that I couldn't put that together at the end of the last episode in two ways. Way number one, my memory is legendarily terrible. We all know this. Way number two, so of course I couldn't remember what I had done here, right? Way number two is, listen, there's only so much puzzle juice in the human brain. The human brain has a limited capacity, and I had well exceeded mine. So there we go. Lift the thing up on the fork, walk it over here, use this tree or whatever this is to push it onto my head so that it is this way, and then actually we can just knock it off. And there we go. Now we have a nice horizontal sausage to use as a bridge. Wait a second. That's probably not actually where I want to do that. That's a better location. Okay. Let's go explore a new area, shall we? I feel so silly because, like, I do feel like I did a pretty alright job on this group of puzzles. I feel like I got through this pretty quickly and then just complete dead halt on actually leaving the area. Okay. Hello, friends. Welcome to something new. Before we do any puzzles, I want to try to find the this is interesting. I guess it's just like color grading stuff. I want to try to find the pedestal with the knowledge on it. There's got to be one around here somewhere. So we have more of those like awkward trees that are designed to knock things off your head. Where could it be? Yeah, even just maneuvering around the overworld in this game, it's like a nightmare sometimes. Okay, it may not be trivial to find it. Okay, that's fine. I guess we can just like do some puzzles. I guess we can play the game. Now, it is almost certain that this is meant to be the introductory puzzle for this area, since the game deposits you into this puzzle on your way into the rest of the area. So let's see if we can't figure out what there is to be gained from this. It does seem like you're sort of rolling down. This is a walking on sausages puzzle, clearly. If we are riding on top of that sausage, then it would be no problem to just push that sausage off of that platform. However, am I right in thinking that it actually is going to be... Oh, the way that's designed, you lose the fork no matter what you do. And you can't fucking climb ladders without your fork. Oh no. But it's interesting that that's designed to make it so that you can't not discover the fork thing. Yeah, because if you walk off of this facing the other way, it's going to come off on the platform. Okay, so they definitely want to make sure you've got that. And what you would do here is you would... Because if the fork falls off of that sausage, then I can't get down the ladder to pick it up. I can't get down the ladder to move the sausage anymore either. Okay. So this is here not as like a challenging puzzle issue to figure out, you know, how to use the grill down there to cook sausages at different angles. This is here so you can sidestep. Right, that's actually extremely valuable. Okay. And then we can get that around this awkward terrain by stabbing it from the top, walking it over here, and then... I mean, there's lots of places that we can just separate that. But now, in theory, all of these are available to be manipulated. Yeah, we should be able to get all of these things into a place to be grilled. Let's see what the next level of problem is. Actually, that's kind of an issue. Can I get that sausage out of there? Oh, I think what I need to do... Sorry, I'm being silly. I need to push it down and stab it. No, how does that work? How would that help? But the problem is, once you've done this, there's no way to fit yourself in, right? Like... But this position is also not... All I can do is push it back to where it was. How do I manage that? Did I need to not drop it in that position at all, maybe? I mean, more critically, is there even a way to fix that? It does seem like you would not be able to avoid doing that, right? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this seems necessary in order to dismount, in order to get down to the first level. So then what do I do from there? The puzzle exit is up on... One trick that we're still going to have to deal with, too, is getting the horizontally aligned sausage onto this grill properly. We are definitely going to have to do... We're going to have to roll it. Roll it over the top of the other sausages, and I'm not 100% sure how to do that either. I can kind of see the path to that one, at least. I do not know how we are going to get this second vertical sausage free. There's no way that we could ever lift it back up. If I were to separate my fork from my hands, I could push it around then, but I'd have to be falling onto the ground, right? How would I manage that? I can certainly get back onto this sausage. But falling one space... Well, falling one space could be good enough. If I did it in the right spot, right? I guess I need to disconnect this because I have to reposition some things. I'm trying to figure out how would I get on top of that sausage and then roll myself. The problem is you can't fall off of the sausage you're rolling. You roll the sausage that you're rolling off of something else. And then the thing that catches your fork is necessarily going to be higher than where you land. And since I can't climb ladders without my fork, yeah, that's never going to work. It would require... Oh, but I can do... No, I can't. I was thinking if I could be in the space to the south of that sausage with this one here, I could, back up and push that sausage. But obviously the problem there is physics, is the existence of that rock at all, and the way that I cannot phase through solid material. A thing that we definitely can do is stab this thing from the end, right? But once we've done this, there's no way, as far as I can tell, to ever get it off of the sausage. And I am prepared to turn out to be somewhat wrong about that, right? Like, That assumption is perhaps not entirely safe, but I certainly don't see a way to disengage it. So that would seem to be the wrong move, for sure. I could... No, I really don't see anything else. I am not sure what to do. The degree to which I am stumped is great enough that this might be a just go look at another puzzle kind of situation. If we could get it to poke out a little bit, obviously we could just stab it and walk it out. But I can't, if I stab it here, there's no way to move it. There really doesn't seem to be a way to stop it from dropping down into there in the first place. Well, okay, hold on. I am just kind of disregarding the ladder, aren't I? Because we could... Well, no, I guess, like, if I stab this thing, then there's certainly no way to use the ladder. And if I don't stab this thing, then I'm just down on the ground floor with none of the sausages and no way to interact with anything. Because climbing up on that surface up there does not, or that one tiny ladder up there obviously doesn't get us anything. So, yeah. Hey, what happens if I do this? Okay. That's what happens. Well, that would seem to be the solution, wouldn't it? Okay. That gets my fork down to the shit, right. Fuck. I still can't get onto the floor as Steven. And if I do this, it's just going to let me climb down. Yeah, okay, hold on. But this lets me, in theory... Is there a place where I could walk upward and fall while the sausage doesn't fall with me? No, right? Like... Okay, it just doesn't let me roll here. It doesn't rip the fork out of my hand, sadly. It is so weird that you can't climb ladders while you're not holding your fork. Out of curiosity. Let me look at the forkless Steven for a moment here. No, you absolutely still totally have your hands. I feel like I should be allowed to use a ladder with my hands. All right, well, now I've done this. Is this useful? No, not really. This feels counterproductive. Yeah, this this feels counterproductive. I could that's right, I can't even get off of this thing. Anywhere except right there, and then yeah, I won't be able to use the ladder, so. As cool as this is, it doesn't actually help us. Yeah, there just isn't a way. All right. I'm going to tap out on this puzzle for the moment. I do not see what needs to be done there, but maybe we can find a way to do a thing in a different puzzle that will make this a little bit more intelligible. Let's see about the old widow's finger. Possibly one of the most unappetizing names for a sausage. So it would seem like we're going to have to get down there. So like the only way across this gap is riding a sausage across it, right? There is a ladder there so we can get up once we have ridden a sausage down into the gap. And obviously, you're going to need that sausage to already be cooked. So... because you're not getting it back. That one is not coming back. That said, it doesn't look to me like... oh, okay, there's a ladder here I was missing. So you can walk up here. And the idea is you would... somehow you would push the sausage onto that. And then you would roll the sausage to the right. You have to get the sausage up here. Not entirely clear to me how I would do that. Because if we have the horizontal sausage, or if we have the vertical sausage, which is the one we're talking about here, impaled, then I can't climb up that ladder at all. Yeah, that's a problem. That's an intractable problem. We can certainly cook this vertical or this horizontal sausage on this grill pretty easily, right? I can walk up there and... well, no, I can move it up onto the second layer pretty easily. It's actually... So I could move the horizontal sausage up onto this raised platform, scrape it off up here, and then roll it down so that it falls on the horizontally aligned sausage very easily. There is certainly a question as to whether that's a useful thing to do. Although also... wait a minute. Okay, I have a thought. Do I need to do this the way I'm talking about? Let's impale this, drag it up here. All I want to do is push it down there so that the ladder gets me directly onto it. We roll it across here so I can grab this thing. Okay, right. Right, there's some shenanigans. There's some nonsense occurring. Oh, man. Is this whole world going to be about figuring out how to live without the fork? It totally could be, right? Well, what the hell was my plan now? What exactly did I think I was going to do at this point? Can do that. That's not very helpful. And if we push it off, if we push it up here, which would at least allow me to, you know, move through here, then it's obviously unretrievable. Huh. So I can get up here, but I can't really do anything with the fact that I'm up here. Unless I can somehow lose the fork. And this was going to be true no matter how I got up here. Getting up here by dropping a sausage into the ravine was going to present us with the same issue. You know, having done this, now there's actually a way for me to get off of the... Right, it's a bad idea to push this sausage in front of that ladder. And I had even figured out, okay, this will be a fine thing to do because it'll put the vertical sausage will just roll over to this position and then I can get off of it, right? Although I suppose it's worth noting that once it's in this position, it's certainly not trivial to retrieve it. There's no way to move through that set of bumpers up at the top right, even with a sausage stabbed, right? No, you would either lose your sausage and thus revert to normal movement before getting anywhere new, or you would just still be stuck in the first place. Well, I'm pretty sure that I could engineer a situation here where I would drop the fork. But I wouldn't be able to do it up on that platform. There must be something I'm not understanding about the rules of not having your fork. We'll look around at a couple more puzzles, but the thing to do here might be to stay in that first puzzle and just experiment until we get it. Until we understand everything that is... Oh, okay, that's a nightmare. Getting those over there is going to be a nightmare. So... Alright, the thing that jumps out to me immediately is that... let me get my drawing tools here. Rolling a sausage across these two rows till it is in this position, then pushing it upward so that it gets the north half, then the south half cooked, and then rolling it this way cooks it completely, right? You get 2 hits off of this one hit off of each of these, and they're... So that's the pattern we're looking for. We're looking to connect these through here and then up and then to the right. However... that is going to be tricky in some way, I assume. Probably the trickiest part of it is that somehow I have to... I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look necessarily all that difficult. Let me just try something here. So I do see some problems right away, but let's talk about the general shape of this solution. Right, rolling the sausages. Oh. I need to be able to turn north, or, hear me out, I need to not be holding a fork in my hands right now. Can I? No, I can't advance the thing while facing sideways. I have to be facing either toward the direction or away from it. But if we had no fork, I could step upward and continue rolling this thing, right? So once again, we have this situation. All right, let me... Let me try to engineer a situation here where we no longer have a fork. So I need to roll this thing off of... I think I need to make a stack here. Right, because I need something where I can fall past. Gosh, what is this for? I stack up the sausages 3 tall. And then... I mean, I can't get on them at that point. How do I... Because I need to be on a... I guess being on a tier 1 surface, or being one level above the grass is fine. I need to fall down to the grass level. You know what? I think we do have to figure out like what exactly are the rules of the forklift state, and there's really... This is the place to do that. What are the rules of the forklift state, and how do you take advantage of it? So let's just do, like, naively, the simplest version. There's no version of this where that thing doesn't end up on the ground. It prevents us from rolling the sausage further. Oh, I can still back down ladders. Okay. Strange, but it does actually solve things. Okay, so... That's a pretty critical portion of the puzzle right there. Is that it? Is that all I have to do? So we do this. We get you onto the ground. I back down the ladder. And because I have no fork, I can do this thing. Which makes that very retrievable. This is a little awkward, but we just bring this around here and do that. And then stab it from here. There we go. Okay. 3 sausages free in the manipulable area. Now let's talk about the rest of the nightmare. I must deliver this horizontal sausage onto these grills from above. And last, again, this is a situation where once we put this thing on the grill, there's no way to get it off. So the other sausages have to be done already. How am I going to do that? That seems actually very challenging. Because if we have them carrying the horizontally aligned sausage, they're going to roll it past the grill. Right? There's no way to get it to fall off against the direction of the push that we are aware of. We can get it up onto them through some, kind of shenanigans involving this ladder, I'm sure. There's a way to set this up so that it will work, right? But I guess I have to do it. I have to do it down here, though. Huh. We have the ability to climb the ladder here. But I can't climb the ladder with a sausage. You know, it's really bizarre that we can't... Well, no, never mind. I was going to say it's really bizarre that we can't back down a ladder with a sausage on the fork if backing down the ladder is like the canonical way to climb down ladders, but it's not, because the problem there is what position the sausage will end up being in. So how are we going to... Gosh, you know, if this was just the vertical sausages, it'd be so easy. It'd be so easy. And we can very safely and easily roll the vertical sausages through. But how am I going to get the vertical sausage? We could... All right, so I can't... This 3-story ladder, I can't climb this with a sausage, right? There is no position that I could be in while holding a sausage that would make it past this stage of the climb, but also would be like feasible down here, because obviously can't have a sausage on the fork to our right with that block there. So that ladder probably exists solely for us to return to the escape hatch once we finish the puzzle. It's probably not actually part of the cooking part of the puzzle. Okay. That being the case, how am I going to get this? So we can get the vertical sausage over here very easily. But I can't climb the ladder with it for a bunch of reasons. And I certainly can't get it on top of the horizontal, or on top of the vertical sausages over here. There's no single ladder to use. So what I would have to do is... All I have to do is stack it up over here somehow. So, okay, one thing we can do, one thing that I do see, is that I could... I'm going to have to move this thing a little bit for the moment. Walk it over here, right? Okay. What I'm trying to figure out is, like, we could, if I stab this from, it would have to be from the bottom. Yeah, shoot, it would have to be from the bottom, right? In order for me to get it up the one-story ladder. I was thinking we could do something like this. Line the vertical sausages up like this. You know, climb the ladder, walk down this thing, and then roll it. But I don't know. In my head, I thought I was going to roll the sausage over here, and then, like, there's no way to get it. In order to scrape it off over here, I would have to, first of all, have stabbed it from the top, not the bottom. And secondly, I'd have to be able to execute this move off of the sausage, which I can't do, because that's not how the game works. It really is, like... It's easy enough to get the vertical sausages over where I need them to go. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still feeling very stumped on this one, and that's worrying because this is the first puzzle of the new area. So we stab that... I can deposit it on top of a horizontal sausage, using the pillar over here, right? Maybe that's like the first step. Let's just do that. So it has to be... Actually, I can't do this. That pillar is not in a place that allows that to happen. I could deposit it on top of... Because I would need to be standing adjacent to the pillar and then move away from the tile that I'm trying to deposit it in. I guess if this tile, or if this sausage is like here... No, the sausage has to be here. It has to be the space next to the pillar and the space up there. That would let me do that. But I can't get back off of this sausage if it's in that position, right? Even if I do have it completely locked in place. Hold on. Let's see. So this has to be right here. This has to be stabbed from the top left. Sorry, I have to approach the ladder this way. Okay, no, if it's completely locked in place, I can do this. All right. So that lets me deposit this on top of a sausage. And I need to move these two sausages together because the only way to get this sausage out of here is to roll it. And if the other sausage isn't there, the horizontal one rolls completely off the top, right? Now I can... It doesn't really matter how I do this, I don't think. I can roll you back. Oop, have to be very careful about how I do this. There we go. And now that allows me to align this how I want. We can figure something out. Do I need this to be on the bottom half of the sausage that I'm maneuvering? Maybe eventually, like, okay, if I set this up, we have to like set up this sausage to accept the pass, right? And in fact, I want it here. So we do this. Shit. We do this. Still shit. No. This block is causing problems. Right, because the idea is something like that. Now I need this thing to come away with me. Just get out of there. So that... But if I turn this thing down, okay, turning that thing down like that does work. And then I can, okay. If I were to push it down again, obviously the sausage would get stuck. If I were to roll it left, the sausage would also get stuck just on this bit of land. But if I do it with me underneath, then it stays in place. And then I can... No problem, right? Problem? Problem. Hold on. Shit. I need the sausage on top to move forward a little bit in a way that I cannot make happen. Because I need to slide this down. Because if I do it by stabbing it... Okay. So let it get back in position here. I can stab it here right now. Oh, but I can't maneuver like that. Shoot. And if I do it by stabbing this, we can get it through. But then when I unstab it... No, when I unstab it, it works just fine. What am I worried about? Okay. We're like pretty close, I feel like. I still don't really understand how I'm going to get the horizontal sausages through and then have the vertical sausage fall off of them in the correct direction. Hey, what happens if I climb this ladder right now? Kind of nothing. Okay. I was just curious because it was a situation we'd never seen before. Right? I could absolutely just do the same thing I just did. Well, almost. Hold on. I had to push the other sausage first before I come back through here and grab that one. But I really do have to figure out what happens exactly to this other sausage. Well, obviously that's a bad end. I mean, like, we kind of know this works the way we want, right? I can just reproduce the situation completely. Huh. But if I do that, it rolls the wrong way, right? How do I... This right now is pretty bad. This is a non-productive thing to do in this situation. How on earth do I get this thing to fall off of here, right? Now, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this was not solvable from this position. I'm just kind of like still experimenting with it, and it helps to have my hands actually on it, right? It's like we need to have... It is as though we need to have a sausage in this location with the horizontal sausage on top of it like this. So the western space of the horizontal sausage is on top of this thing, and then you roll it to the right once, and it will drop the horizontal sausage right here. But, like, I can't... It doesn't work that way. Because, like, what would I do? Right after rolling this thing over, I can't step onto this sausage. Any attempt to do so will merely roll the other one away. Yeah, there's a step at the end here that I do not have any idea how it could possibly work, because I kind of need, like, if I could get the horizontal sausage to drop onto the lower two spaces of the grill while I am standing next to the grill, on the right side of the grill, the east side of the grill, then I could just roll it up, climb the ladder, and we're good, right? There is definitely no way to do that, right? Shoot. Push this over here with this. Like, with this thing on the lower space, I can't make it through here. We drop it if we... Yeah, we drop it while trying to get it through the maze. So it does feel like it would have to be on the upper part of the sausage. Yeah, I just do not know. I do not know how we go from anything like this to an answer, but I also don't know how we go from anything else to an answer. If I could just figure out a way to get... If I can figure out a way to get the sausage to roll, the lower sausage to roll out and leave the upper sausage. Something like that. Yeah, I don't know. There just isn't anything like that. All right. Let's go give... I apologize for the very small amount of progress being made this episode. Let's go have a look at another puzzle or two. Now that I know that I can, in fact, climb a ladder without my fork, let's see about trying to create a solution to something here. Okay. Well, one thing we obviously can do is stab the lower sausage. And then we stab it from the top. It allows us to do this. And then... if I push it forward here... Okay, that is good enough. Well, it's good enough to do this, which obviously is not super valuable. It is sometimes difficult for me to tell, though, at the higher elevations, what the alignment situation is. But, like, this is obviously a way to lose your fork, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I just tested that is not, in fact, the correct alignment. There we go. What is the value? Why would I want to do this? Hey, can I walk on the fork? Yes, I cannot roll it back and forth. That's probably not where I want that to be then. Well, okay, now we have the fork back. Oh, this is neat. If I go up here and I step onto this thing and I roll it this way, now I can just step in there and claim that sausage. That's really cute. And then obviously we can just do this. And I should probably remove this thing from here. I'm trying to figure out the right way to do this. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. No, I don't want it to be... Shoot. I don't want it to be on that side at all. It's actually really awkward. Well, whatever. If I bring it off of here, this is fine. Because we can just drop it on the ground. Once this thing is out of the way, we can just drop that on the ground. Yeah, there we go. So my life would be easiest if I grab this from here. Sorry, hold on. Let me, before I do that, let me drop this sausage on the ground. We just want to get this into a position where it can be rolled around later. It should be okay for it to be right there, right? Think so. No, I want to be on top of it when it falls. Oops, this can't be in front of the friggin' ladder. Well, actually, it's fine. My life is easier if I stab this from this side. Yeah, it's fine because I can just roll it off like that. Okay. I may solve one puzzle today. That might happen. Okay. Now, in theory, why did I need to drop my fork again? All of these are in positions where they can be manipulated. Oh, oops. Moving around is it's always such a nightmare. Okay, there we go. Get those two out of the way. And then, yeah, we just gotta deal with you. Alright, I was legitimately concerned I was gonna finish this episode without doing a single puzzle. Whew. Alright. So yeah, the really critical piece of knowledge there is that you can still climb ladders without your fork. You just have to do it in a very particular way. Y'all, I got a bad feeling about this area. We're going to come back to that initial puzzle later. I am absolutely going to just go ahead and follow the rule. Remember the rule we set up? The one rule? That's a puzzle completion at 55 minutes into the episode, and that means I'm done for the day. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, now that we've grasped like the sort of core basic thing that this world is trying to teach us, I think we will be able to make some progress. I am still really concerned about that first puzzle. It seems very hard, but it probably, due to its position, is supposed to be the easiest one to get. I, I don't know. You know what it is? It might not even be that it's the easiest one. It's just the one where you can't get through the puzzle without like even accidentally dropping your fork. And so they put it there because it's like you need to know about the fork dropping at this point, and you don't have to have discovered it in the previous world. I'm going to hope that that's all it is. So when you come back next time, I guess we're going to be spending a lot of time hands free, and we'll see you then.